So hello everyone, I'm Jet, and today I'll be showing you how to file two BIR forms. The BIR Form 1701 version 2018 and BIR Form 2551Q through offline filing or the offline EBIR forms package this screen I'm showing you right now. So sa main screen ng offline EBIR forms package, ang makita natin ang profile ng taxpayer. Ang kanilang taxpayer identification number, their RDO code, the line of business, the name, the address, the zip code, the number, and the active email address. And when you scroll down a bit, makita natin ang listahan ng available forms that you can file offline. Ito. After you're done with your profile, select your form of choice. Pagkatapos ay click fill up para masimula natin ang proseso. But I'll be using this form. The screen will load out a bit, so you'll need to wait for a while. Ayan. This is the Form 1701 or the Annual Income Tax Return on Individuals, including mixed income earners, estates, and trust. This form has 4 pages in total, with the first page containing the taxpayer's personal information. As you can see on some parts, already auto-populated from the information sa main screen kanina. So let's get started on filling up. So item 1 is the month and the year that you'll be filing. I'm filing for my 2024 return. 2 and 3 is no, because it is not an amended return. It is also not a short period return. On item number 6 is the taxpayer type or the business classification. So if you're a single proprietor, professional, estate, trust, or company owner, click mo lang yun dyan. For the number 7 is the alphanumeric tax code. There are 2 types. Could be from graduated income tax rate or the 8% income tax rate. Item 10 is the date of birth. Item 12 is citizenship. Item 13 and 14 is when you are a foreigner or di kayo Filipino. Item 16 is the civil status. Click lang yan kayo if you're single, married, legally separated, or widower. Now, on item 17 and 18 is when you choose married as a civil status because you can choose to magsabay kayo ng form ng income tax return by clicking joint filing. But since I'm single, di yan makiklik. Item number 19 and 20 is no because I'm not exempt from income tax nor do I have a special or preferential rate. For item 21, this is automatic mag-click ang graduate rates because I chose the business income for graduated income tax rates. For item 21 is the method of deduction. It could be item-based deduction or manually type mo ang allowable item-based deductions mo or the optional standard deduction or OCD or that ang deduction is 40% sa gross sales, receipts, revenues, or fees mo. Part 2 is the total tax payable. This is auto-populated from the other pages. And here we have item 29, 27, 28, 29 is the penalties. The penalties are for when malilate ka ng file and bayad ng taxes. Because on this form, at BR Form 701, the deadline for paying or filing sa BIR kay April 15. Ayan. So let's proceed sa next page. Page 2 is the background information of spouse kung pinili nyong mag-joint filing and the computation of tax sa part 5. So let's proceed sa schedule 3, taxable business income. So on item 8 is the sales revenue scripts and fees or income mo. This time I have a 1,525,000 income. And I don't have item 9, sales returns, allowance, and discounts, which is why it is blank. On item 11 is the cost of sales. I have 769,339 pesos. Sa baba natin makikita ang rates, tax rates, or graduated income tax rates. Dito. This table should be applied because this is the updated version. I'll proceed to the next. The next part is the Schedule 4. Dito na natin magagamit ang itemized deduction because dito na ililista ang mga ordinary allowable itemized deductions. So from item 1 to 17 is dyan nakalista kung ano ang allowable itemized deductions. Dyan. At ilalagay mo lang amounts dito. On item 17 is the ABCD. These are the others or other deductions subjected to withholding tax and other expenses. Let's proceed to the last page. The last page is the reconciliation of net income per books against taxable income. On item 1 is the total net income after deduction. So I have a total net income of 280,067. Now, so, makita nyo sa baba, there are lines of, there are functions here. Validate is when confirm mo kung may kulang ka pa or that may nakalimutan kang lagyan ng amount or information. You click validate, and if it says validation successful, is wala ka na kailangan pang i-fill up sa form. Kompleto na lahat. And you can click on edit, this one, if you wish to modify your entries or may changes kayong gagawin. Now, as you can see, when you click validate, di na makiklik yan. But, again, click edit. When you click edit, is ma-edit mo yan. Now, what happens kung may kulang? Example, wala ito. Walang, hindi yan. Okay, balik to page 4. For example, hindi mo na-click ang taxpayer type. When you click validate, lalabas dyan na, please select an option to page 1, item 6, which is this one. Sasabihin niya kung saan may kulang sa iyong form. Click ito ulit, and when you validate again, validation is successful. So after you're done, wala na kayong changes, you click save para meron kayong copy dito sa device. Ayan. Pwede nyo itong i-print directly and you can submit your final copy. So once that's said and done, balik ka sa main screen and makikita mo ang form dito. Form na yung fill up. You can click that and click view and makita mo ulit ang yung form. Ayan. Now, let's go back to the main screen and proceed with the next form. The form 2551Q version 2018. Or the quarterly percentage tax return. Again, like the say, alam mo. Again, like before itong ginawa natin ng 1701, you pick your chosen form, you click fill up, and then wait for the screen to load. Okay, so the BAR form number 2551Q is the quarterly percentage tax return. Kanina is annual, so yearly filing. This one is for per quarter, kaya meron kayong options on 4 quarters na kung kailan kayo mag-file. So the first part is of course, the year and the month that we'll be filing. You have the options of filing per calendar or fiscal year. This time I'm filing per calendar on the year 2025 for the first quarter. Again, it is not an amended return, and item number 5 is when may attachments ka. Part 1 is the background information. As you can see, auto-populated na rin ito from the main screen. See tayo sa tax. Part 2. Part 2 is the total tax payable. This is makita dito ang total computation ng tax due natin. Again, nandito pa rin ang penalties at 10/20/20, 21/22 kung malilate kayo ng filing, surcharge, interest, and compromise. So, next page. The second page is the computation of tax. The quarterly percentage tax return is you're not calculating your net income from your main business. This is for when you have other income from businesses or profession. As you can see dito sa baba, we have a list of alphanumeric tax code from PT10 to PT132. Per ATC is that they have a respective tax rates. Kung ano, ilan ang i-deduct sa income mo from these specific businesses. So we have PT10, persons exempt from VAT under Section 109. We have PT40, domestic carriers and keepers of garages, and etc. Dito mo lang yan mapipili. So this time I have a PT60, or the franchises on gas and water utilities, Section 119, with a taxable amount of 500,000. So once you lagay, pagkatapos yung malagay ang taxable amount, lalabas na ang tax rate and tax due. So for PT60, taxable amount 500,000 and tax rate of 2%, we have a tax due of 10,000 pesos. Kung meron pa kayong ibang income that can be seen here, ilagay niyo lang dito, i-input niyo lang dito, pipili lang kayo ng other codes. So, and balik tayo sa previous page and dito na siya makikita. So, ayan lang ang makikita natin sa quarterly percentage tax return. Again, click validate. And once validation is successful, you click save. And then you go back to the first page, or the main screen rather. And nakita mo siya dito. That will be all for today. Thank you for listening and watching and taking the time. See you next time. Thank you very much.